Okay, here we are again at the property. We weren't here yesterday. We were going to come. Unfortunately, my grandson had an incident on the school bus and ended up in the hospital for the day. And so we didn't come yesterday. But we're here today, and we had some issues when we arrived. First, that pack rat is back. And I shouldn't say that pack rat because we poisoned the last pack rat. So a new pack rat is here. They made another mess out of the cupboard. The tube that Lee put the wire around and the new tape and stuff around, the foil tape, he worked and worked, and he dislodged the tubing that went under the wall where we had the wire up to, and so it got pushed back, exposing just the original foil tube for the heating vent, and he ate through it and he made a mess. Luckily though, Lee had wired the side that went towards the pantry, so he didn't get in the pantry, but he did make a big mess out of everything else, which means washing more dishes. So we're going to give up washing dishes. We're just not going to use them until we can figure out a way to permanently keep the pack rats out of the cabin of the RV. And Lee's going to work on that later when it gets dark because today's daylight. He did get the kit to be able to do exterior propane, be able to take it from our propane that's mounted tank down to the new tank, and the gasket just wasn't working, and so he went to go get a new one. And while he's there, he's going to pick up some additional screws and a variety of other little things that we could use. So tomorrow we're going to try to finish the roofing, but today, since I'm here alone, I'm going to just work on this mess behind me and try to get this the branches trimmed down and use the pitchfork and get that grass that's piled up there into the wheelbarrow and haul that over to the other section where we have a grass mound growing, I guess you could say. And so that's what I'm going to be doing today. And I've got Lee's little saw here. Let me grab that real quick. It's a little hand saw, so real light, and I'm going to use that to get some of these branches that are a little thicker that the cloppers will strain me with, and we're going to see how that works out. And hopefully that'll work out, and hopefully I won't have any incidences and have to go to the hospital myself. Anyway, so let me test and see how well this does. I'll just test it right here on this branch right here. Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot of pokey stuff in here. Okay. Other than having to dodge the branch, I think this is going to work exceptionally well versus the cloppers. And so then we're going to burn all these later, maybe chip them up because we have a little wood chipper that we haven't tried yet, but supposedly it works really good. We're going to clean up these branches, make a pile so we can either burn or chip, and that's how we're going to work today with a handsaw. It's working, but I should probably clop these little ones because that's kind of jumpy. I'll clop them with the cloppers. Anyway, I better start making a pile of branches and getting this stuff cleaned up like I said, so I can get to the stuff below. It's going to take a lot of work. We can do it. There is nothing we can't do. I'm not saying we can do it well. I'm just saying there's nothing we can't do. Okay, I just realized I was wearing my tennis shoes. That's a really, really bad idea when dropping thorn branches. So I'm going to go and get my work boots on. the first time I saw one of these vines, it was thicker, and during the summertime or spring, fall, whatever day it was, it felt spongy, and I thought it was a snake. Then I saw that it was extraordinarily long and it couldn't possibly be a snake. But these things feel really, really weird when they are fresh. Little trees that grow all around the stumps, and they come off the same root, and I've made a nice dent in this area right here in the tree, but as you can see, there are so many trees that are sprouting, different sizes, all around this tree. And then there's vines that wrap around, not only the vine that I showed you, but some other vine that it's kind of like Velcro almost. It's stickery though, and it sticks to your clothes and it twists around your ankles when you're trying to work down low. And so clearing this tree up requires clearing the tree around the bottom so you can get close enough to the big branches. And I've chiseled away pretty good in this hole right here, but got a lot more to do. Here's little pieces of those vines that I told you about. This one right here is still very green. Oh, let me see. Can you see it? Still very green. This one right here is brown, and it has these prickly thorns all over them that grab a hold. There's even another type of thorn, another type of thorny vine that looks like hairs all up and down them, and there's just different kinds. Over near the fence over there, it looks like rose bush thorns. These do not, to me, look like anything productive. Nothing beautiful. However, they did say that if there's anything beautiful on the property, chances are it's dangerous. And I think I can see that. Anyway, these grow along the grounds and up to the trees, and they just grab a hold of you. So it's working around these, it's working around those other trees, the baby trees that are all growing, the weeds that are growing beneath, and everything as we are getting closer and closer to the center trunk where we can cut off the big branches. Okay, I'm running out of battery, but I wanted you to see the side that I have cleaned at the side that I have not cleaned. You can see the difference. I still need to go up higher with this tree, up higher in the air, but you can definitely see the difference between one that's been cleaned and one that's not been cleaned. And that's what we've been doing for all the trees. The trees we've been showing you that we've cut down, most of those were already cleaned up around and pruned upward to a point when we started filming. But now you get to see that it starts at the ground level with a bunch of little trees, with vines, with weeds, and then it goes up with lower branches, up. And Lee usually comes in with the higher branches that I can't reach, and he clears them with, we have a pole saw, and he'll get some of them with a pole saw. Before we bring any tree down, we want to clear as much as possible, because with these thorns, those thorns can grab a hold of you and just rip your skin if they do when they come down. So we want to make it safe, so we bring the trees up as high. But not only that, certain trees we want to keep because maybe they're bigger and they seem to be a good shade area, so we'll keep it for the time being and allow it to blossom in the summer and give us periodic shade here and there depending on where we go. We're going to bring the RV from where it is behind the camera, parked this way, and we're going to move it when we can. Right now it's pretty muddy and we can't move it, but when we can, we're going to move it back. And I believe either it's before this tree or it's after this tree that we're going to park the RV this way, overlooking the whole property, that pond way back in the back, and all the little buildings we're putting in. And so that's what we're going to do. And so we do have to move it quite a distance. Right now it sits at an angle, and we need to not only turn it around, but we need to set it really straight along this, I don't know that we can call it a ridge, but it's the top of the hill where the hill starts to slope, and so that's where we kind of want it. It gives it a little further away from the street, but not too far that we can't use the RV, come and go with the RV. And once we get this other culvert pipe in and this other gate made, we'll be able to make a lovely circle in and out with the RV and be able to utilize this whole space. And it's going to be just absolutely lovely. But I'm running out of battery. I need to finish this before the sun goes completely down, and so I'm signing off for now. But thanks for watching, whatever we end up doing next. God bless you.